A keto diet may be good for weight loss, but does it help or hinder athletic performance? A ketogenic or keto diet is designed for your body to burn ketones instead of glucose from carbohydrate. But ketones are not readily available in the body, so a diet low in carbohydrate, typically less than 50 grams per day, and high in fat is adopted to make that switch happen. This video covers the science behind ketogenic diets and how they impact the performance and body composition of active individuals. Ketones are produced mostly in the liver when acetoacetate, a byproduct of glucose metabolism, becomes scarce, like with a low carbohydrate diet. This causes acetyl-CoA, which comes from the breakdown of fatty acids, to build up inside the cells. Such a buildup would impede the function of the cells, except the liver cells convert the acetyl-CoA into these three ketone bodies: acetoacetate, beta-hydroxybutyrate, and acetone. Once produced, the ketone bodies can travel easily throughout the body, where they can be used as energy instead of glucose, especially in the brain. This new state is called ketosis, defined as a blood ketone level above 0.5 millimoles, where ketones are normally around 0.2 millimoles. Establishing ketosis usually happens over 2 to 4 days of eating fewer than 20 to 50 grams of carbohydrate per day. But that length of time to reach ketosis varies with individuals. For example, high protein in the diet at the same time can delay the time it takes to reach ketosis, as some of the amino acids from the protein are used to make oxaloacetate, while some are converted to glucose. But once ketosis is reached, the body switches from glucose to ketones and fatty acids as its primary sources of energy. This switch not only impacts exercise, but also the composition of muscle, fat, and water inside the body. So first, here's how ketone diets affect exercise performance. A position stamp paper found that in all the studies involving elite athletes lasting 6 weeks or less, a ketogenic diet decreased performance in things like power output, race time, time to exhaustion, and repeated intervals. Of the 2 studies lasting more than 6 weeks, one did report an improvement in power output with the ketogenic diet. The paper also found that the performance effects of a keto diet in recreational athletes is largely neutral or detrimental. The reason for the mostly neutral or negative impact is likely the greater reliance on fat metabolism. Because compared to carbohydrate metabolism, fat metabolism requires more energy and burns more calories to produce the same speed of movement. Add to that the fact that fat metabolism is a slower process than carbohydrate metabolism, and you can see why adopting a high-fat or ketogenic diet would impair or at least not improve endurance performance. That impact seems to be greatest at intensities above 70% of maximum, where the faster glucose metabolism is required to maintain that high intensity. Now, there are examples of endurance athletes who excel on a keto diet, but their events are usually ultra-long and performed at intensity levels below 70%. Okay, so what about muscle strength in keto diets? Compared to controlled diets that are higher in carbohydrate, ketogenic diets don't appear to reduce nor improve muscle strength over 4 to 12 weeks of resistance training. However, a few of the studies did show improved strength with a higher carbohydrate diet. These findings make sense because resistance training, particularly at high intensities and to failure, relies primarily on anaerobic energy, which comes from the breakdown of glucose and glycogen. Therefore, it would be expected that a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet that depletes glycogen stores wouldn't improve muscular strength and may limit gains compared to a higher carbohydrate diet due to less rapid energy sources. However, the amount of protein in a keto diet would make a difference, and there's not enough research to know the impact of ketogenic diets on strength training beyond 12 weeks. So finally, how does a ketogenic diet affect the body composition of active individuals? On average, studies show that compared to control diets over 4 to 12 weeks, ketogenic diets cause greater losses in body weight by an average of 3.2 kilograms, fat mass by 2.3 kilograms, and percent body fat by 2.6%. However, ketogenic diets may also reduce fat-free mass, the majority of which is muscle, by about half a kilogram or a pound. It should be known that most of the studies relied on self-reported food logs, which aren't the most accurate. Some of the controlled and keto diets that were compared varied in the number of calories, and some of the keto diets are higher in protein, which can decrease appetite. However, the collective findings are pretty convincing that among active individuals and athletes, a ketogenic diet is very effective in reducing body weight and body fat, more so than the control diets that were higher in carbohydrate. A couple of things active individuals considering adopting a keto diet should be aware of. 1. Early weight loss mostly comes from water, as glycogen, which stores water with glucose, is broken down with a low carbohydrate diet. So staying hydrated is important. 2. Eventually, some of that weight loss may come from muscle mass, which would impair performance, which would need to be evaluated against the amount and benefit of the lost weight. So if you're looking to level up your athletic or sports performance, a keto diet likely won't help you unless you're an ultra-endurance athlete, and it actually may impair your performance. However, if weight loss is your goal, a keto diet can be very effective. However, they aren't for everyone, and other low-calorie diets can work just as well. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and share, and post any comments or questions you have below. And as always, my answers come from peer-reviewed research.